So good morning everybody, welcome to the Yoga Space online for this rocket class. I hope you're all feeling good this morning. So let's get started, sitting with a nice tall spine, and you can just drop those shoulders back as the chest is lifting. Settle into the pelvis, the hips and the legs. Take the gaze down. Let's just connect to the breath here. Let's take an inhalation through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. One more like that, breathe in through the nose and then exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, and this time keep the mouth closed, make that same soft sighing sound with the mouth closed. And then bringing that sound into your inhalation, mouth closed. And keep this sounding breath going, our Ujjayi breath. Check in with the length of the spine, softness of the shoulders and the hips. Just stay with your breath. So know as we go through the practice today, Rocket's quite dynamic. So I'll start with some modifications in the sun salutes, and you can either stay with those or progress onwards. If you find as we go through the practice that you're getting fatigued, you can modify at any point, take a child's pose at any point. And yeah, just look after yourselves and nice and steady. I won't go overly fast. I might speed up the sun salutations a little bit, but I won't go overly fast because I can't see you very well from my position on the mat here. So nice and steady, and take care in your transitioning in and out your postures and when you're in the postures. Okay, so let's get started. Let's come to standing. Standing at the front of the mat and spreading your toes into Samasthiti. So press the feet down, pull up the knees and the thighs, draw up the belly, and then just roll the shoulders back and extend the fingertips down. Let's just take a breath here. Inhale, Ujjayi breath, and exhale. Here we go. Turn the palms, breathing in, lifting the arms up, look up. And as you exhale, draw the belly in, fold forwards, take hands to legs or floor, relax the head. Inhale, lift the chest, extend through the spine. Exhale, step back to your plank. Let's modify to start with. Knees to the floor, chest and abdomen to the floor. Cobra, inhale, press the feet, lift the chest. Exhale, lay back down, pull the belly in, up onto your knees. So press back up to your half plank, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. So that's your basic Vinyasa for sun salutations if you want to use it, or revert back to it at any point if you get fatigued. But for now, staying in your downward facing dog, spreading the fingers and spreading the toes. You can keep those knees soft. And then prepare, exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step the feet forwards, lift the chest. Exhale, fold, relax the head. Pull the belly in, inhale, lift all the way up, reaching up, and exhale, back to Samasthiti. Arms down, number 2, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold, pull the belly in, lower the head, relax the neck. Breathe in, lift the chest, extend. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank, front body to back. Again, we'll modify knees, chest, abdomen to the ground at the same time. Shoulders back for your cobra, strong legs, breathing in. Exhale, lay back down, tuck your toes, press up on your knees, back to your half plank, and then downward facing dog. Staying in your dog, allowing the body to gently stretch. Relax the neck. Ujjayi breath. And then prepare, exhale, bend the knees, step or jump forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, extend. Exhale, fold. rising up. Inhale, lift all the way up, reach up, and Samastiti, exhale. Good. And again, number 3, inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold, draw the belly in, hands, legs off floor. Inhale, lift the chest, shoulders back. Exhale, step or jump back to your high plank. So let's press down. You can use the knees if you want to, otherwise through chaturanga all the way to the floor. Inhale to your cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, lay back down, tuck the toes, pull the belly in, firm with your legs, press back up into your plank, and then downward facing dog. So you can use that one if that feels okay. If it's too much, please use the knees. Downward facing. Let's take one more breath. As you exhale, prepare, bend the knees. Step or jump forwards. Inhale, lift the chest, extend. Exhale, fold. Rising up, breathing in, lift all the way up. And Samastiti, exhale, take the arms down. Inhale, arms up, a little bit quicker. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga to the floor. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, lay back down, tuck toes, push up to plank, downward facing dog. So don't worry if you're a little bit behind, because you will catch us up in down dog. So if you find that you're losing, your form a little bit because it's going too fast, then just slow it down so you can keep your form there. And let's stay. So we press the hands into the mat and push the mat forwards with the hands and drag the mat back with the feet, just to engage in our downward facing dog a little bit more. And then exhale, prepare, pull the belly in, bend the knees, inhale, step or jump, lift the chest, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rising up, belly in, inhale up. Samastiti, exhale. One more of these, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, step or jump back to plank to the floor with control. Inhale to your cobra. Exhale, lay back down, push up back through plank, down dog, and breathe. Smooth flowing Ujjayi breath. Lifting the knees and the thighs, front upper thighs moving back, heels sinking. And then prepare, exhale, bend. Inhale, step or jump forwards, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Rising up, inhale, lift up. Samastiti, exhale. Utkatasana, bending the knees. Inhale, lifting the arms up. Good. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. So now we can chaturanga hover, inhaling upward dog. Exhale, chaturanga, push back up to plank, down dog. So if that's too much, do one of the previous options. Right foot forwards for warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog. Exhale, lay back to the floor, chaturanga, up to plank, downward dog. Right heel in, left foot forwards, warrior one. Pull the belly in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, chaturanga, plank, down dog. Breathe. Rest as you need to. Ujjayi breath. Settling into your dog. Keep lifting the armpits away from the floor. Prepare, exhale, bend the knees. Step or jump, inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, inhale, lift the arms up, tailbone drops. Samastiti, exhale. Utkatasana, inhaling. Exhale, fold. So the breath needs to be a little bit quicker. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga or to the floor. Up dog or your cobra. Chaturanga or floor. Plank. Down dog. Right foot warrior one, left foot on that diagonal. Inhaling. Exhale. Plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, floor or chaturanga. Plank, down dog. Right foot in, left foot forwards. Inhale, arms up, strong through the legs. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Use the knees if you need to. Downward facing. And breathe. Ujjayi breath. And prepare. Exhale, bend. Step or jump forwards. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana. Inhaling, arms up, tailbone dropping. Samastiti, exhale. Last one. Utkatasana, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back. Chaturanga or floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Plank, down dog, right foot steps. Inhaling, arms up, warrior. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Plank, down dog, left foot forwards, warrior. Big inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, plank, downward facing. Take a few breaths. Let the breath settle now. One more breath. Prepare. Step or jump forward. Inhale, lift the chest, extend. Exhale, fold. Utkatasana, bend the knees. 5 breaths here. 1, 2. Try and bring your knees back behind the toes. 3, 4, 5. So Ardha Utkatasana. So lay your chest onto your thighs. Stick the sit bones back and reach the hands forwards. If it's tough on your shoulders, take the arms wide. 1, 2, pull the belly in. 3, 4, 5. So Bakasana, crow, hands down. You might just need to step back a little bit. So if you've got your Bakasana, you can just take it. If you're not sure, it's quite useful to place your knees just above the elbows. And as soon as you start to get onto your toes, fingertip to the brakes, lift one foot off and squeeze the heel into the bottom, and that will flatten your kneecap and make it easier to balance. And then maybe you can work towards floating the other one off and breathe. Otherwise, just play around with lifting one foot off and then the other. Keep the belly pulling in and looking forwards. Good. And then exhale, you can either step or jump back. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to plank or floor, chaturanga or floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So let's take some standing postures. Warrior 1, right side. So stepping your right foot forwards. Inhale, lifting up into your warrior 1. 5 breaths. Good. So let your breath settle. Ujjayi breath. And then exhale. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders back and down. Breathing in. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Pull the belly in. Exhale. Humble warrior. Fold. Back foot strong. Back leg strong. Look to your back foot. And then release your arms over or just away from the back, wherever you need to be. Press down firmly into your right heel to firm up your right buttock. Ujjayi breath. Good. And then rising up. Inhale, lift the arms up back into your warrior 1. Exhale, open into your warrior 2. So you might need to adjust your feet there. Bring your right heel to line with the back arch, stretch out, knee tracking the toes on that right leg, and then gazing softly out. Pull the belly in. Ujjayi breath. Good. Inhale, straighten through that right leg. So keep the feet that distance. Trikonasana, pull up your right kneecap and thigh. Here we go. Good. Exhale, look down. Inhale, lift back to center. Exhale, put your hands onto your hips, soften into your front leg, and then just push off your back foot. Step it in slightly and take your right foot across to the right more for Parivrita Trikonasana, Revolve Triangle. So press down through the feet, hips are pointing towards the short edge of the mat. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, reach forwards, take the left arm down, the right arm out, and then turn the chest to the right as you look up. If it's too much to have the arm up, you can place the hand palm down on the sacrum and lift your right shoulder up and breathe. Good. And then exhale, look down. Take your right hand down, pop your fingertips on the floor and bend into your right knee. Step your left foot back, position it for warrior two, and inhale, lift back up for warrior two. Good. Exhale, bend into your knee for Parshvakonasana. So you can take your elbow down to the knee or hand down to the outside of the foot. And again, pressing into that right front heel firmly. Pull the belly in. And gaze along the arm to the hand. Good. And then exhale, release your left arm. Pick up your left heel. Put your left knee down for your twist. I'm just spinning around so you can see me. So revolve side angle. So breathe in, lift up the left arm, pull the belly in, and then exhale, take your twist. So it might be hands to prayer, or it might be left hand down, right hand up, and you might peel the back knee away from the floor. Turn the chest, squeeze your outer hips in. Try and keep your body central on your mat rather than your torso and head moving over to the right. Try and stay central on the mat. Good. Excellent. And then exhale, carefully release. Step back to downward facing dog. Narrow the gap between the hands a little bit. And then as you exhale, try and lower both forearms down simultaneously to the mat. Squeeze your forearms in, walk your feet in a little bit. Spread your fingers, pull your belly in, and then press the forearms down. And if you want to go a little bit stronger, lift up your right leg. Keep pressing the hands and the forearms into the floor. And breathe. So we would take pincher here, but because, you know, people may be very limited on space, they might not have a wall, it may be dangerous for them to go up and fall over. So we'll just keep it simple. And then exhale, take that right foot down. So see if you can press into the hands and lift the forearms from the floor simultaneously. And then bring your hands back to your downward facing dog position. Left side, left foot forward, right heel in for warrior one. Inhale, lifting up for warrior one. Stay and breathe. Pull the belly in, strong through the legs. It's too much to have the hands together, obviously take them apart. Just give the shoulders more space. And then exhale, interlace the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back, breathing in. And then exhale, fold. Humble warrior. Release your neck. I like to look to the back foot there. Pull the belly in. And again, pressing that left heel down. One more breath. Inhaling, lift all the way up. one. Then transition to warrior two. Bring your left heel more to center. Good. Staying in your warrior two, opening across the chest and the hips. Left knee tracking the toes. Barely pulling in. And then inhale, straighten through that left leg. Pull up the knee and the thigh, Trikonasana. Exhaling. And breathe, looking up. Firm up through the legs. So really draw the legs. Feel that you're drawing the legs towards each other. Good. One more breath here. Exhale, look down. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to waist. Soften your front knee. Push off your back foot. Step it in and take your left foot across for your twist. Breathe in, lift up your right arm. Pelvis is facing to the front, short edge of the mat. Pull the belly in, firm up through the legs. Exhale, taking the right hand down and the left hand out. Breathing in, turning the chest as you exhale. Squeeze those outer hips in. You can always put your hands on blocks here if it's easier. And then exhale, take the hand down. So pop your fingertips down, bend your front knee, step your right foot back. Warrior two, power up through the legs. Inhale. Good. Parshvakonasana. Exhale, either elbow to knee or hand to outside of foot. Good. Keep moving the knee back into the arm if the hand's on the floor. Good. And breathe. Open the chest. Ujjayi breath. Good, lovely. And then exhale and release. Hands down, pick up your back heel, right knee down. Again, I'll just spin round so you can see me. Inhale, lift up your right arm. So draw up the belly and squeeze the legs in. Exhale into your twist. Either hands to your prayer position or right hand down, left hand up. Maybe peeling right knee away from the floor. And breathe. Squeeze the outer hips in. And press your right big toe firmly. Good. Exhale, carefully release the hands. Step back, down dog. Bring your hands towards each other. So narrowing the space between the hands. Exhale, forearms lower to the floor simultaneously. Walk your feet in a little bit. Spread your hands. Press the hands down. Press the forearms down. So keep lifting the shoulders. If you want to go a stage further, reach up your left leg and breathe. So keep looking forwards towards your thumbs. You don't have to get all the way to the thumbs with the gaze, but that's the direction you're looking towards. Keep the hands and arms pressing so that your shoulders move away from your ears. Good. And then exhale, take the foot down. So see if you can press up evenly. Separate your hands for down dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. So let's take the hands back towards the feet. Take hold of the toes or the legs. Breathing in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Relax your head, relax your neck. And relax your shoulders. Try and open the backs of the knees a little bit as you pull the belly in and up. So we'll just do one of these today. Good. Let's take one more breath here. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, hands to waist. Pull the belly in. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arms down. So moving into a balance here. So breathe in, raise the arms and lift up onto your toes. Squeeze the legs in and fix your gaze. Pull the belly in. Inhale here, reach higher. Exhale, look to the right. Inhale, look center. Exhale, look to the left. Inhale, center, and then exhale, slowly lower the arms and the heels simultaneously down. Good. Step forwards to face the long edge of your mat. Have the feet parallel, feet 3 to 4 feet apart, hands to waist. Firm up through your legs, breathing in. Pull the belly in. Exhale, Padottanasana A, hands to legs or floor. Breathing in, take that extra breath to lengthen. And then exhale, folding in. Just moving the weight forwards a little bit. And again, neck and face and shoulders soft. Hands can come back between the feet if you're ready to go there. Otherwise, just keep them forward. Stay up on your fingertips if you need to. Or you could even use a block under the hands, which is quite nice as well, if you're struggling to get your hands down. Good. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale, take your hands out level with your shoulders. And then interlace the fingers behind the back. Roll the shoulders back and down, breathe in. Exhale, folding in. Keep squeezing the shoulders back. And relaxing the arms over as you exhale. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Carefully release the arm. Take legs or toes. Breathing in, lengthen. Exhale, fold. So first two fingers and thumb wrap between, well, first two fingers wrap between big toe and second toe. And the thumb wraps around the toe and rests on the pads of the fingers. Shoulders soft, elbows reaching out. Padottanasana D. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Okay, so just have a look here. I'm just going to spin around so you can see me. In fact, no, I won't do that yet. We'll do the splits first. So exhale, sorry, turn to the back of your mat. So have your left foot forwards for this one. And put your right knee down. Take your left foot off the mat and point the toes outwards. Breathe in. Exhale, just straighten that leg there and take the hips back. Inhale. Lift the chest, bend through the knee. Exhale. So you can either stay here in this position or inhale, bend the knee, and then exhale, slide that left foot out. So this is where you might like to have a block or two to rest the hands onto. So we'll just let that left leg stretch out a little bit and the front of the right hip. So we're trying to lift up rather than be forwards. So you might need to lift yourself quite high on the block. So make sure that block's steady if it's on its higher end. Pull the belly in. And there's strength through the legs, that you're not just collapsing down into the joint, strength through the legs. So I'm trying to feel as if I'm pulling the left heel towards the right knee to keep that strength in the legs. Good. And then you can just come off your block, release your hands. Carefully bring that left foot back in. Bring it to center. And then again, we'll just bend into that left knee. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale. You can press that heel and lift the toes up to straighten the leg. One more. Exhale. So you can choose to stay here in your half splits or working towards full splits, which I won't get there, but you can extend that left leg out. And again, this is where the block can be useful, just to press the hands into the block. So I've got the block under the leg and I'm pressing into the hands. Good. But it's not necessary to have a block. You can just put your hands down if you haven't got the blocks. So what else you can do here, you'll need to come off your blocks, is press the back foot down and lift the knee, and then chaturanga arms, take forehead to knee. But make sure you don't overdo, and make sure you've got that strength through the legs. front heel pulling towards back knee and vice versa. And then inhale, lift up. Exhale, put your back knee down. Draw your left heel in a little bit. And let's twiddle around to do the other side. So taking your right foot off the mat. And we'll bend into that right knee, inhale. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, you can straighten and stay there, or begin to slide that foot out. Maybe up onto your block, maybe not. You know, I quite like to just lift my back leg up and squeeze the inner thighs in towards each other. There. Good. And then lift the chest, pull the belly in. And again, particularly if you can get really low down, you really need to think about lifting yourself off the floor. So we've got this action of the right heel and left knee drawing towards each other. So we've got support there. Good. And then soften into the knee, bring the foot to center. Inhale here. Exhale. Begin to straighten through that right leg. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Either stay there in your half splits or extend that right heel forwards, left knee back, maybe hands onto blocks. So we could just do again with the block under the leg, or you could have a block either side. And you might just choose to stay here for now. It is quite intense. Again, activity through the legs, pelvic floor lifting, or if you want to go a stage further, hands down. Make sure the hands are not too far forward. They want to probably be further back than you think they do. Press your back foot down, top of the foot, and lift the knee. Inhale, exhale, forehead towards leg. And then inhale, head up. Exhale, put your back knee down. Draw your right foot in a bit. And then carefully lift back up. Move back to your Padottanasana. So you can go a little bit wider in the legs there if you wish. So this is the bit I was going to show you from the side, but you can stay at the long edge of the mat. If you've not done this before, it's transitioning down to Upavishta Konasana. Have a look. I know some of you will have done. So I'm taking the hands back, fingers point back. I start to walk the hands back and my toes start to lift. And I just keep walking the hands back until the bottom comes down. Good. And then extend the legs out. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. Pull in the belly, exhale, forward. So you can take legs, toes, or eventually the sides of the feet. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release your arms. Turn your chest to your turn your chest to your left leg. Place your right forearm. So I've got the hand under the leg, under the thigh, and I'm laying the forearm down towards the floor as I lift the left arm up. It doesn't matter if your arm doesn't come all the way down. And then I'm leaning over to that right leg. So trying to lay without collapsing the right side of the torso towards the right leg. At the same time, you want to firm up through that right leg to try and release your left sit bone to be in contact with the earth as best you can. So you can take the toe if you've got the space to do so. If you like me and the arm starts to drift forward, maybe just keep the arm lifted. You can bend into that elbow and try and press your right forearm down and breathe. Into that left side, breathing into that left side. And then inhale. Whew, slowly come up. You can always feel that one. Exhale, let's do the other side. So turn your chest towards your right leg. Put your left forearm down, hand under the thigh. And then as you exhale, forearm lowers and your right arm can lift up and over and breathe. And some of you will be able to easily take the toe there. And breathe. Lift the chest. Again, firming through that left leg to push the right hip right sit bone down. Good, one more breath. Exhale, inhale, lift up. Exhale, good. So, to the left leg, place your hands on the mat as if you were placing them for plank. Yep, your right hand is under your left leg. Roll onto the outside edge of your left foot and the inside edge of your right foot. Press the hands down and then step your left foot back through. Position it on the mat for like a plank, and then stack your right knee on your elbow. Good. And breathe. Good. You want to go a stage further, you can extend that right leg out and move into Kundalini Asana, extending both legs out. And then exhale. Take the right leg back, left leg back. Step your left foot back through the gap between the hands and come back to Upavishta Konasana. Good. Well done. Let's do the other side. So hands on the mat, so it'd be your left hand under your right leg. Roll onto the feet, press down, wiggle that right foot back through, step it back for a plank position, and then stack your left knee on your left arm. Either hold or extend the leg and maybe float the right leg off, Kundalini Asana. And then step the feet back, and let's try and get that right leg back through. Come back to Upavishta, just to balance it out. Good, well done. And then bring your legs together, turn to the front of the mat and take a vinyasa. So cross the legs, inhale, lift up, step back to plank. Chaturanga, modify if you need to. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Downward facing dog. So moving into some more hand balances now. You can step the feet forwards and turn the knees to the right. Okay, lift up your right arm, breathe in, and then exhale, move into your twist. So variation on Pashasana, unless you can bind your arms all the way around, which would be your right arm around your knees and your left arm around the back of the body. Otherwise, just bring the hands to prayer. Press the hands, turn the chest. And then exhale. Place your fingertips on the mat. Keep the contact of the right arm and the left knee. Okay. So hands are in like a plank position. Then rest the hands down fully. Tip the weight into the hands and lift your hips up. And then bring the weight into the hands and see if you can float your feet off into side crow. And breathe. And then we're just going to come down. Exhale. Okay, good. So I'll move through side crow into, so Parsvabhakasana, A, B, and C. So if you're still working on your side crow, just stay. If you're more familiar, we'll be extending the legs out, splitting the legs, and then jumping back into Chaturanga. So work where you need to be. If you're still on your side crow, please just stay there and work with that until we meet back into a squat position again to do the other side. Okay, so here we go. So get that contact with right arm and left leg. You can just place your fingertips down to start, then palms down, then lift the hips and tip the weight forward, and then the feet float off. If you've got that, extend the legs out to the side, and then if you've got that, extend your top leg back. And then if you've got that, jump yourself back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. So just have a breather in down dog. If you're still working on your side crow, please meet us in down dog. And then let's do the other side. So you can step or jump forwards or wherever you need to be on the mat. I'll turn to this side now. So we're twisting to the right. So inhale, lift up your left arm. Exhale. Let's get that microphone out of the way. Into your twist. Press the palms. Try and keep your knees as level as possible. Find your breath. Good. And then fingertips down initially, contact with left arm and right knee, and then you can just lower the hands down. And then in order to get the lift, hips up, hips up. Tip the weight forwards, feet float off. We'll hold just side crow to start with. Breathe. So your right hip is free from your right arm. You can let the hip go onto the arm. I don't think that's useful in the long run in terms of progressing in your balances, but that is a way to do it if you're struggling. You can always rest your right hip on your right arm as well. Okay, so let's do A, B, and C. So fingertips, palms, hips lift, float, feet off. Squeeze the elbows in. Extend the legs. Top leg back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, plank. Chaturanga, sorry. Inhale, plank. Downward facing dog. Take a couple of breaths. Meters in down dog if you're still in your side crow. Good. And then step or jump forwards. So let's bend the right leg back. And if you feel a bit unbalanced in your hips, get yourself up onto a block. Up onto a block. Okay. And then bend through your left leg. Take your left foot with your hands. Draw the knee into the chest, lift the spine, pull the belly in and extend for Kranchasana. And breathe. So feel that you're anchoring the leg into the hip. Settle your breath. Good. And then you can release the foot and then bend into that left knee. So when we bend the knee cap's flatter. Yeah, so that's where we want to be with this knee in full flexion. And then the knee, just rest your, so we'll do the easy version for this one-legged crow, if there is such a thing as an easy version. Yeah, and then if you just rest your arm on your knee, yeah, you'll find that the two fit together quite well, just above the elbow there, they fit together quite well. So that's the position that you want to start with if this is a new posture to you or you're still working on it. Okay, I'll just show you first. So with that in mind, I'm going to keep that contact with left knee and left arm. I'm going to lift up, extend my right leg back, and then as soon as I take, and I might fall off, did that yesterday, as soon as I take my left foot off, I'm squeezing the heel towards the bottom. Now you can lower your head to the floor and lift your right leg off there. So that's first point, but I'm not dropping all the way into the head. My hands, arms squeezing in, belly in, and then you can just come down from there, okay? If you can keep the head off, yeah, you can still use this position of the knee and the upper arm. Yeah, back leg extends, find that flat point on the knee joint, look forwards, and then lift from the glute to lift your right leg off and breathe. Okay, and then you can step back. So have a go at that if you haven't done so already. So it's the left arm to the left leg. That's it, good. Yeah, hands down, extend right leg back, fingertips to the brakes. As soon as you take your left foot off, squeeze it in, look forwards, from the glute, lift up your right leg and breathe. 1, just do 3, 2, and 3. Exhale, step back. Good. Chaturanga, if you've got it in you. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And then step or jump through, and we'll do the other side. So this time it's your left leg folding back, top of the foot on the floor. And again, sit up onto the brick if you need to. Hold your right foot. And then inhale, extend into your Kranchasana. Pull the belly in, anchor the leg in the hip and breathe. Good. Exhale, see if you can just release that leg there. Good. And then bend it in. So same thing again. You can just rest that arm there. Hands down. Straighten through your back leg. Lift up your right foot. A little bit wobbly on that side. Squeeze it in. And then again, deciding where you need to be. Either head down or not. And breathe. 1, 2, and 3. Step back. Chaturanga or floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Up to your plank. Down dog. Take a breath. Child's pose if you need. So we'll leave arm balancing at that today. And now we'll move into some back bends. So let's just take a few breaths either in down dog or child's to settle the breath. Good. And then inhale, high plank. Exhale, carefully lower all the way to the floor. Extend your legs back. Extend your arms back. Top of the hands on the floor. Okay. So squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. Press your tailbone down. Roll your shoulders back. And inhale, lift the chest. Lift the legs for Shalabhasana. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the legs up, bring the hands towards the waist. Palms down, elbows point back for 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep squeezing the legs in. And 5. Exhale, legs down, tuck your toes. Upward dog, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, high plank. Downward dog. And then knees to the floor, Supta Virasana. So you can just move your calf muscles down and out. Top of the feet on the floor. And then begin to make your way back to Supta Virasana. So for some of you, it might be enough to stay and just lift the hips up here. That might be enough. Okay, some of you might be able to go onto your forearms. And some of you might be able to go, I can't because the mic's going to fall off, all the way down to the floor. So nice and steady with your back. And breathe. Good. And then slowly make your way back up. Nice and steady. Good. Take the hands forwards. Step back to plank. Just have a stretch out with your legs. Maybe walk through the feet. And then again, lower to the floor. Extend your legs back. So bend through the knees and take hold of your ankles. And then bring the balls of the big toes towards each other. Bases of the big toes towards each other. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, pull the belly in. And then allow the legs to lift. And as the legs pull back into the hands, let the chest lift for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale. And release. Let's take a couple of breaths. So if you struggle with that, obviously you can always do one leg at a time. Yeah, and not lift both legs together and just press your front hip down the leg that you've got bent. That's always an option for you to work with. And of course, you could always use a belt around that foot as well if you struggle to reach the foot. Okay, Vinyasa. So inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, chaturanga, plank, downward facing dog. Ustrasana, camel. So bring your knees to the floor again. So we'll do this twice. Draw up the skin of the knees and the skin of the thighs. Press pubic bone to tailbone. Let's have the toes tucked for this one. So keep pressing pubic bone and tailbone towards each other. And I always like to just get that length through the spine and the rib cage first. So inhale, just lengthen up there. And then exhale, keep the length. Just bring your hands underneath your bottom to the rear thighs. Inhale, so start to lift the chest up, pubic bone, tailbone squeezing, and begin to walk your hands down your legs. And then again, chest can lift. Maybe go a little bit further down the legs. If this is enough, stay. Or chest up. Maybe you can reach back for your heels. And if it feels comfortable and you have neck injuries, you can take your head back. I can't take my head back because the mic will fall off. And then breathe. So you can keep stretching your chest and your hips forwards there in your Ustrasana. Forwards and up with the chest. Good, and breathe. So to come up, the head comes up last. So release your hands, lift the spine, and head follows. Let's just sit onto the heels for a moment, take a breath. So the next one we'll do with the feet flat if you're ready to do that. If you're not, keep the toes tucked under. So one more again, draw up the skin of the knees, skin of the thighs, pubic bone and tailbone pressing. Let's just find that length for a moment. Inhale, lengthening up, press the top of the feet down. Exhale, take your hands below your bottom. Inhale, lift the chest up, you walk the hands down. Inhale, lift, walk the hands down. One more lift, and then can you find your heels, shoulders roll back, chest extends. Maybe taking the head back and breathe. Keep pubic bone, tailbone squeezing towards each other gently. Good. And then again, the head follows. So gently release your hands, spine lifts, head follows. Take a moment. Good. Well done, everybody. Excellent. Let's take a vinyasa. Yay, another vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Inhale, up dog or cobra. That should feel really nice now. Exhale, chaturanga or floor. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Step or jump through. Lie down on your backs for Ardha Matsyendrasana. So I'm placing my head onto a block so that the mic doesn't fall off. You can have your head flat to the floor. So if you want to take a bridge to start with, take an easy bridge. Okay, so bend through your knees. Bring your hands to the mat. Feet hip distance, maybe a little bit wider, feet parallel, toes spreading. Exhale, pull the belly in, and then inhale, lifting the hips up into your bridge. And you can walk your hands under and interlace your fingers there. That's it, good. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other and press the feet firmly. Lovely. And breathe for a few breaths there. Good. And then exhale, release your hands and slowly lower down with control, one vertebra at a time. So you can either repeat that, or you can just stay flat to the floor if you've had enough of back bending. Or if you're ready to go into Ardha Matsyendrasana, reach your arms back and then bring the fingertips to point towards your shoulders. So we'll just do one, but we'll hold it for 10 breaths. Okay? So when you're ready, feet active, legs active, lower belly lifting gently, press into your hands, press into your feet, maybe lifting onto the top of the head for some of you. I like to do that because it just allows me to reset my shoulders. So when you're ready, press up onto the head. Good. Reset your shoulders. And then when you're ready, when I say reset your shoulders, you can draw them down, move them back away from you, and then press up for one. I'll just count to 10, 2. So keep pressing your bow up. 3, 4, breathe smoothly. 5, keep pressing hands and feet. 6, if it's going into your lower back, you can always lift your heels. 7, yeah, good. 8, and then when you've lifted your heels, you might be able to move your chest further away from your feet. Good. 9, well done, and 10. Exhale, look up to the sky, back of the head comes down, and just take a moment there to recover. Good. And then bring your knees into your chest if you haven't done so, and hug them in, and maybe lift your chin up to your knees. So from there, in Rocket, we rock up and down the spine 3 times, and I can't show you because the mic will fall off, and we rock straight up into a standing position. So standing forward bend, so just rocking backwards and forwards, and then if you can, get yourself up to standing, and if you can't, just come onto your knees, and then come into your forward bend. So I'm sorry I can't show you that because goodness knows what will happen with that mic. It's already falling off here. And just take a forward bend there. So it might be nice to bend your knees there for your back, if that feels better as a counter pose. With knees bent, please take it. Good. And then exhale, hands down. Step back to down dog. Bring your hands a little bit narrower. Lower your forearms down simultaneously. Walk your feet in. So we'll just lift high onto the toes here. Press the forearms, press the hands. Looking forward slightly and breathe. So right on the top of those toes, belly in. Breathe, 1, 2. So we would take pincher, but you know, I can't really see what space you've got. We're all at different levels. So it's just safer for us just to take a modification in these circumstances. And then exhale, release your heels down. Put your knees down. Have a little bit of a rest if you need it. Maybe a child's pose if your back needs a little bit more rest. Good. And then press back, down dog, and make your way through to sitting. Good. Okay. So moving into Ardha Matsyendrasana. So just bend through your, I'll just show you from the front actually. You can bend through your left leg, and then your right foot either just bends in and rests on the floor, or if you've got an easy lotus, which I haven't, so I'm not going to really do it, I'll just show you, you would bring your right foot into lotus, and you can always support that knee with a block there, okay? And you can always sit onto a block as well. So the trouble might be for some of you is this left hip's really lifting off, in which case it might be better to do something like this, okay? So take your left hand to your right knee, breathing in, lift the chest, exhale, turn. So if you have got a lotus, you might be able to take your right arm around and bind to your right foot and take your Ardha Matsyendrasana there. Some of you might even be able to take the hand underneath, the left hand underneath the right leg, but not if your left hip's lifting off so much like mine is. Yeah, it's pretty much counterproductive really, I think. And then breathe. So all the time we're working on dropping this left hip down as we twist. Good, one more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Slowly release that twist. Let's go to the other side. So we can just switch those legs over. Again, being where you need to be for this one. Right hand to left knee, or maybe underneath for some of you. Breathing in, and then exhale, turn. Again, trying to drop right hip down. I like to have my the hand, so the left hand in this case, I just like to sort of kind of bring it onto the hip of the right side just to try and encourage my right hip to drop. Your hip may be on the floor already. If it isn't, it's quite useful just to encourage that downward action on that right hip as you try and maintain and lift through the spine. Another pose I should probably be sitting for longer than 5 breaths. Inhale, and then exhale, carefully release. So under your legs, let's lift for Navasana, breathe. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, tuck your left foot towards your right hip and step your right foot over your left knee. Try and line up your right knee in line with the center of your chest, and then line up your front of the right foot with the front of the shin rather than twisting the foot out. Okay, so inhaling, lift the chest. Exhaling, turn. So we've got numerous options here for our Ardha Matsyendrasana. You could cradle the leg. You could take the left arm through and bind with the right hand behind, or you might choose to lengthen the arm and try and reach the inside of that right foot. And breathe. And then you can always bring that right hand behind and rest it towards your thigh. So wherever you prefer to be in this pose. Probably one of my favorite twists, this one. Good, breathe in. Exhale, release round to the front. Let's swap the legs over. So again, just a bit of a check. Left knee in line with your chest, top of the foot in line with the shin. Breathing in, exhale, either cradle or bind through or take the inside of the foot, or just leave the arm out if that's where you need to be. So make sure you're not twisting into your knee joint when you're doing this one with the binding to the inside of the foot. One more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Navasana. So think about squeezing your sit bones in, and again, supporting the legs if you need to. That's absolutely fine. Pull the belly in. Think about moving your lower front ribs towards your hip points. Good. And then exhale, put your forearms on the floor, lean back into your forearms and lift your legs up. Squeeze your legs together. So bad backs, you can just bend through the knees and take one leg at a time, like so. Everybody else, however, lift the chest, squeeze your legs together, inhale, pull the belly in, exhale, float the legs down, hover them off the floor, inhale back to the top. So that's 1, exhale, lower, inhale to the top, 2, 3, my elbows keep slipping, 4, and 5, hold hovering off the floor, 1, pull the belly in, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze the legs, inhale, up, exhale, lay your spine on the floor, interlace the fingers around the head, just put the back of the head down, exhale, draw up the belly, firm up your legs, inhale, lift the head and the shoulder blades off the floor as best you can. So same thing, exhale, lower, hover off the floor, inhale up, 1, exhale, inhale, 2, 3, 4, oh, I forgot to hold, 5, let's hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, squeeze the legs, inhale up, exhale, now stretch your hands up your legs. You can just rest your hands onto your legs a moment, lift your shoulder blades off more, and then take your legs away from your hands. Keep reaching for your legs, 1, reaching up towards your feet, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, take a little rest there. Put the feet down. Breathe down into your belly. Good. And then hug the knees in. Rock up and take your vinyasa. Good. Step or jump back. Lowering down. Upward dog. Downward dog. Good. And then we'll stay in down dog and we'll move into pigeon. And we'll just fuse two postures together because we're getting a bit short on time. So let's bring the right leg into pigeon. Extend your left leg back. Inhale, lift the chest. So you can always put a block under your right buttock if it's off the floor. And then exhale, maybe lowering to the floor. Take a few breaths. So you can start to let that Ujjayi breath quieten now. It's still Ujjayi breathing, but now we're slowing down a little bit. We don't need to breathe as deeply. Good. And then inhale, lift the chest. So you'll need to come off your block now. Exhale, just swing your left leg around. And again, you can stack it over your right and stay there. Or maybe just have a little bit of a wiggle and squeeze your knees, left knee on top of your right there. And then lift your left arm up into Gomukhasana. Feed the hand between the shoulder blades. Either stay there and breathe or take the right hand behind to bind. And then exhale, release the arms. Good. Bring your hands forwards, lift up, under your legs, step back to down dog. Good. Have a little stretch in your down dog. And then let's do the left pigeon, left side pigeon. Be mindful of knees as always, flexing that left foot, breathing in, only going down if it's suitable for you. Exhale, lowering down. Steady breath. And then inhale, slowly lifting up, just removing your block. Swinging your right foot around. And that said, removing your block, if you do struggle with this, you can always bring your block back under. It does make it a lot more accessible if you struggle with it. Okay, so right arm up, feed the hand between the shoulder blades, pull the belly in, lower front ribs down, and then taking left arm behind. Move the elbows away, but keep them inwards towards the center line. Good. And then exhale. Release your hands. Bring them forwards. Push up under your legs. Step back to down dog. Just walk through your legs. Let's take a vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Chaturanga or floor. Inhale. Up dog or your cobra. Exhale. Chaturanga or floor. Plank. Down dog. Step or jump through for sitting. Extend your legs. Lower your spine all the way to the floor for shoulder stand. Good, lovely. Well done. Good. So just firm up your body for a moment with your legs extended out. Good. Tuck your shoulder blades under. And then begin to lift your legs up. Take them over the head for shoulder stand. So I always like to get myself into plow first personally, just because I've got tight shoulders. It gives me an opportunity to really squeeze my hands and shoulders towards each other and then placing the hands on the back. But it's not, you know, you don't have to do that if you're nice and open in your shoulders. And then carefully taking the legs up and just checking in with your neck that it's comfortable. If you're struggling to keep the neck away from the floor, you can always drop your hips back into your hands and have your legs at an angle over the face so that you're on your upper back rather than top of the shoulders, neck area. And of course, modification is always to have the spine flat, maybe the pelvis on the block, and just extend the legs up from the floor with the spine on the floor. If you're in your shoulder stand, keep reaching up through the feet as you press the outer upper arms down. Smooth breath, gaze to navel. So keeping that attention inwards as you stay in your shoulder stand. Good. And then exhale, carefully release your legs to your plow or bend your knees to your chest. Good. So if you're in your plow, top of the feet on the floor if you can, otherwise toes tucked is fine. Interlace your hands and draw your hands down towards the mat. And if your feet are on the floor, probably best just to keep the hands on the back, just for a little bit of support there. Now take the knees towards the ears for Asana. You can bring the top of the feet to the floor there and bring the bases of the big toes to touch. Otherwise, just keep your hands on your back and your knees into your chest. Good. And then release your hands to the mat and exhale. Carefully roll out. Good. So let's come into Matsyasana. So we'll take Matsyasana and Uttana Padasana. So cross your legs. If you naturally come into a lotus, that's fine. Bring your hands under your bottom, thumbs in, fingers out. If you're in your lotus, you'll hold onto the feet. And then press into your elbows, arch the spine, and take the head back to the floor, which again, I can't show you because the mic will fall off. Good. So keep the weight in the elbows. Lovely. Breathe deeply into the chest there and pull the belly in. And then if you want to go a stage further into Uttana Padasana, extend your legs out as you extend your arms out. So bring your hands to prayer and point them towards the feet that are off the floor. If it's too much to have your feet off the floor, by all means, keep your legs down. Good. Good. Lovely. Really good. And then release, arms down, press into your elbows, lift your head, back of the head to the floor. Just rest a moment there. And then carefully make your way up to sit. So we will do headstand. I'll just do it for 10 breaths. So I'm not going to teach headstand as such. So if you haven't got it, you can do a dolphin. So let's just take a quick vinyasa or meet us in downward facing dog. If you've got your headstand, you know what to do. If you haven't, interlace your fingers, tuck your little finger under, lift up your legs and walk your feet in, head off the floor. And just like we were doing in the dolphin earlier on, so it's pretty much the same thing. We've just brought the hands into a different position. Yep, you're pressing down through the forearms and the outer hands to be in your dolphin, and you can hold for 10 breaths. If you're in headstand, you're up, and I'll just count 10. So that's 1, 2, nice and steady, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So dolphin lower, headstand nice and steady, carefully lowering out. Good. So we have been looking at headstand a lot in the Ashtanga classes the last few weeks. Good. Take a child's pose, everybody. And then when you're ready, let's make our way through to sitting. So again, if you've got an easy lotus, you can pop yourself into your lotus or your half lotus. Otherwise, you can take a Sukhasana, cross-legged, with the feet stacking under the knees, and hips can move back. Hold on to your elbows behind the back, lift the chest, breathe in. You're in your lotus, you might hold your feet, and then exhale, fold. Still Ujjayi breath, but nice and steady and smooth and soft. If you struggle to fold forwards, please feel free to bring your arms forwards. It will just help you soften into that forward bend. And then carefully, if your arms are forward, you can walk them back. Otherwise, belly activates gently. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, release your arms to your legs. So thumb and finger tip, thumb and index finger can join. Just at the tips, extend the other 3 fingers out, lift the chest. I like to press the back of my hands, arms into my knees to assist that lift. You can have your arms bent if that feels better. Smooth, soft breath. And then inhale, lift the gaze, Upalute, hands down. So lean forward, pull the belly in. If you're in a cross-legged, flex your feet. So as you inhale, press the hands to lift the bottom, and you might be able to lift 1 foot off the floor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch legs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both feet. 5. Good. Well done. And then exhaling, release your legs and lie down on your backs, but maybe getting on some extra layers first. Chances are you're going to feel very warm. So do get something on so you can enjoy your Shavasana. So I'll talk you through relaxing into your Shavasana, and then I'll leave you for a while, and then I will bring you out. So don't worry about me, about being left. I will definitely bring you out. And we've got a reasonable amount of time as well, which is how it should be. So we've got about 6 or 7 minutes. Good. So extending your limbs away from your torso, just making sure the back of the neck is nice and long. Shoulders just tucked down the back a little bit. Maybe sigh out through the mouth a few times. Just to release your breath. And then just let your breath settle back into a natural rhythm. So start to let your body soften. Let your body release and relax. So feel the exhalation, your natural exhalation, just begin to wash down through your arms, to your hands and out through the fingertips. So the arms become long and heavy. And the same with the legs. And because the legs are a little bit longer than the arms, you might need to use a couple of breaths to feel that the exhalation draws fully down the legs to the feet and out through the tips of the toes. Let the face be soft. See if you can soften the crown of the head as you exhale. And then allow another exhalation to wash all the way over the forehead, eyebrows, eyes, cheeks, nose, mouth, jaw, inside of the mouth and the tongue. And then when you feel that your face is fully relaxed, let that exhalation soften the chest and the upper back and the shoulders. Let the exhalation soften the abdomen and the lower back. Let the exhalation soften the front of the pelvis and the buttocks. And then when you feel fully relaxed everywhere, just imagine your next exhalation rolls all the way down through the torso and out through the pelvic floor. So I'm going to leave you for a while to your own quiet space, and then I'll bring you out in a few minutes' time. So just start to become aware of your natural breath again. And then deepen your inhalations. And maybe just connect to the movement of the breath and the back of the body against the floor. Move the fingers gently and the toes. And then begin to stretch the hands and the feet. When you're ready, take an inhalation and stretch the arms back to the space behind you. And lengthen your fingertips away from your toes, stretching out fully there. Release the arms and carefully bring your knees into your chest. Hug the knees in. And then roll over to the right or the left, whichever space you've got available. Just soften on the side there. Opening the eyes. And then carefully make your way up to sit. Finishing with hands to prayer. Well done, everybody. Great effort. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you next time. Well done.